Welcome, everyone.
Blite Nation.
Ian, Vito, and Liz coming at y'all once again with another Doc Rich video.
And trust us, we know it's not. We know it's February. We know it's not Christmas.
Yep. Oh yeah,
we know. Trust us all. We know.
Your eyes are not deceiving.
Your eyes are not. There's a bunch of Christmas stuff in the back. We know.
But Merry Christmas, y'all. 2025 is a hell of a year.
Yeah, right. Man, it came and went.
Yeah,
it came and went, man.
Flew by.
There's no coming back from this.
Let's see what Doc's got to say about this.
Let's hit it.
All right, Ian, hit that play button. Let's get this rolling.
Shabam.
The Democratic Party viewed as toxic by so many? Like, even people inside the party acknowledge that.
I think their primary currency was shaming and scolding and talking down to people and telling them, hey, I know better than you, or you're dopes, or you're a bro, or you're ignorant, or, don't you, how can you be this dumb? I can't imagine it. And then, by the way, they're fascists. How can you vote for that? And when you're in a state like Pennsylvania, I know and I love people that voted for Trump, and they're not fascists. They don't support insurrection and those things. And if you go to an extreme and you become a boutique kind of a proposition, then you're going to lose the argument, and then we have done that. When I show up at like a working site, I can all but guarantee you, if they're politically engaged, who they vote for, why they would vote there, and they just think they want to identify with people seem to be looking out for me.
I actually agree with them.
I just feel like nobody talks anymore.
Well, he's right, though. That's because the Democrat Party talks down to people. They act like they're better than you. They don't want to hear what you want to say. They want to tell you how you need to live.
Well, they're hypocrites.
That's what John Fetterman just said.
Yeah,
Local Democrat.
Everybody trying to have a moral high horse.
I think the Democrats lost their moral high ground. Any moral high ground they ever think they even had. Whether they like it or not, Trump won with the popular mandate.
That's true.
Or for me, I described the 24 election was not about obscure kinds of policies. It's a gut check kind of vote. And they are going to ask themselves, who is going to protect or project my personal view of the American way of life? And who's the better match for what I believe is the American way of life? And I'm going to vote for that person. And that's why I think Trump won. And then, for example, the new leadership of the DNC, the vice chair, abolish ICE. And now the other thing saying, defund the police and those things. I'm concerned that we really haven't paid attention on what happened. And have we looked up at the scoreboard and been like, oh, by the way, we've lost.
Yeah, did you see that?
That's crazy. Hold up. Everybody's ad.
Yeah.
See who the new chair and the vice chair of the DNC is?
I'm gonna look it up.
It's David Hogg is the vice chair. I don't know. Right? Michael something is the chair. But you know who David Hogg is?
Yeah, he's the dude from Parkland.
Yeah, he's the vice chair.
So who? Oh, I don't got my service right now. Damn.
You should be on the Wi-Fi. I thought you'd be on the Wi-Fi.
Well, sometimes it's
True.
DNC chair.
Sometimes you have to
Ken
reset
Martin.
Ken Martin, and it's Ken Martin and David Hogg for the vice chair. I don't know. I thought it was Mike something.
Okay.
But they don't understand why they lost. Talking about getting rid of police and abolish ICE. Donald Trump won on mass deportations, and they actually think people don't like what they're seeing right now. His approval rating has never been higher.
Well, let's keep seeing.
Criminals got to go.
Yeah.
John Fetterman, who seems to be the most, at least reasonable Democrat, even though he's not quite there at all. I think he's only actually voted to confirm only like one or two of Trump's nominations, and I think one of them was Pam Bondi. But when it comes to John Fetterman, I still haven't completely figured out the guy, because you hear stuff like that where he seems reasonable. But then when it comes to actually voting and on legislation or Trump's nominations, then, he kind of goes with the party most of the time. So I don't know. But what he said there made a whole lot of sense. I mean, he was 1,000% correct with that. 1,000% correct. And, I really don't know how the Democrat Party recovers from this entire situation. I really don't, especially with their gravy train being uncovered and cut off. If the money isn't there to back them anymore, how do they continue to fund all of these different celebrities who are coming out to support them, right? Because they always have a bunch of celebrities every single election cycle. A bunch of celebrities all come out. Vote Democrat, we vote or die. I remember P. Diddy said that some years ago. I believe that was with Obama. Vote or die. All these celebrities all coming out. From the P. Diddy's of the world to the Billie Eilish's to the Beyoncé's and everybody in between. Vote Democrat. And lo and behold, we found out, at least this election cycle, that a lot of those celebrities were being paid. So once that money is cut off, what happens then? Where do they go? How do they recover? And currently, they have a unfavorable rating or a favorable rating that is absolutely in the tank.
Wow, this totally makes sense now. Democrats' unfavorability rating reaches new 16-year high, a whopping 31% approval rating of the Democrat Party. And here's why. All that Democrats did the last few days...
That's insane. Their message clearly is not resonating with the Democrat side. That's of their own people. That's not being Republicans polled. Those are actual Democrats being asked how they feel about their own party right now. And they're at 31% of their own party. Clearly people don't like the direction that the party is headed. If your own voting base isn't going along with the direction that you're moving the party in. Yes? No?
Nah, I'm just thinking about like what they got to do.
He's about to tell us why they keep losing. Well, but why do you think the Democrats keep losing?
I feel like you're being the teacher, and now we gotta answer your question.
Why do I think they keep why do I think they lost?
Yeah, why do you think?
I think they lost this election because they were too damn nice.
You think they lost because they were too nice?
What do you mean too nice?
Like, okay. At least this is the way I understand it. I perceive it. So, like, whether you like Trump or not, the reason why I believe he has a mass appeal to people is because he's not scripted. And I think we've gotten to a part where whether you Democrat or you're Republican, people are tired of a politician or even a politician just reading off a prompter.
Yeah.
People are tired. They actually want to know what the person thinks.
But still, what do you mean by that? They were too nice. That has nothing to being able to be off the script has nothing to do with being nice.
So,
but when you can't talk to people,
would you agree that Trump can talk shit?
Of course he can, but he's very funny.
I think when Trump talks shit, I think instead of like talking back, it feels like to me like the left just goes, look at the rhetoric.
You're right.
I want to see the left talk shit back.
But you have to be able to hold a conversation and be able to speak at all.
Yeah, no, that's true. You got to be able to do both.
which politician right now on the left can actually hold a conversation outside of John Fetterman, it seems. Like, I get what you're saying with Trump, but he's entertaining when he's up there. He's working the room.
And I think with the left, it's become to
like Trump tells a joke and they think he's being serious.
I think if the left, I mean, like,
Trump is being
I think I'm explaining this the wrong
himself,
way.
and he's talking with his heart. That's
No,
what
he-
people want to see.
Trump can come across as a crass and he comes across as an asshole, but he's our asshole.
But when I think when Trump's talking, it's okay. So it's clear as day when I see Trump talking, okay, you're able to tell like whether he's in office or whether he's not. When he's looking down and then when he's looking out at the public, to me, I can tell like there's a piece of paper on the podium.
Yeah.
I think when Trump's talking, he's picking and choosing what he wants from that piece of paper.
No, I agree with you.
And if he doesn't like a couple lines here, he says something.
Yeah, he talks off the
And
cuff.
then when he goes back down and needs a moment, like when he's going back down and reading the piece of paper, I think that's when he needs the moment
to collect his thoughts.
to say what he wants to say. But I think with the left, I think instead of like, looking out at people, you always see someone's always going. You can tell when they're reading off a prompter
Just
with the
thinking-
left.
Oh, yeah.
No, I get what you're saying. That's my whole point. Trump can sit there and have a conversation, work the room, talk off the cuff,
You
go
don't.
for a 5-minute tangent about anything, but come back to his point.
Like,
But no Democratic politician can come across as likable at this point.
you haven't had one since Obama.
That's my point.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You haven't had one since
Obama
Obama.
was a very talented
It's because,
politician.
and he knew how to. He was okay. So as much
like
as
Bill Clinton.
as much as people may not like Obama or his policies,
Yeah.
He knew how to
he
work
knew
a
how to
room.
he knew how to write a speech to people.
He knew how to work a room.
He knew how to work a room. There, other than since Obama,
Nobody.
Kamala, I'm not, and before y'all freak the hell out, I'm not saying this because she's a woman. She couldn't work the room like Obama could. She can't even work it like Michelle can.
Oh, hell.
Word salad
hell
city.
no.
Word salad city.
Yep, exactly.
There's even some times where like Michelle talks first, and I'm like, bro, you can't top what Michelle just said. They know the Obamas know how to work a public room.
Yeah.
They know how to do it.
They know how to speak to people.
I don't think Kamala can. I don't think she can work the room the way like the Obamas could.
No, but that's my point. No Democrat.
And
Chuck Schumer can't work a room.
no, you don't have
Jim Jeffries can't work a room.
you don't have a politician on the left right now that can like work a room but also bullshit at the same time.
You have to be exactly. You have to be able to be forceful, but come across as likable.
Yeah, and
Trump is being himself. And no matter what, it's good people that
but
they hate
that's
him.
my question for the future. Like the left, y'all need to find a candidate. Because 4 years goes in the snap of a freaking finger.
And Gretchen Whitmer ain't it. You think that woman's likable? No, I'm not saying you, but that woman's not likable.
Gretchen's not it.
Gavin?
I don't think Gavin wants to do it. I don't think he wants to. I think Gavin's cool as just being running California.
But he's the only one that can actually speak to
Yeah.
the camera.
Yeah.
And that's insane.
Even if you don't like Gavin's policies,
He knows how to speak to a camera.
he can still speak to people.
And I can't stand the man, but he can speak.
He can speak to people. So that's
Like JD Vance, he can speak to a camera. He knows how to resonate with people.
maybe Hakeem Jeffries. Maybe can he speak?
The guy that's telling people to bring violence in the streets over USAID.
We don't.
You know what USAID is, by the way, right? The Agency of International
yeah.
Development.
I didn't even know nothing about that, and I got so confused. I'm like, USAID.
It's not even our foreign aid industry, or it's not even what we give foreign aid for. It's the Agency of International Development.
Okay,
You know,
wait.
To develop shit out there in the other countries.
It's not the agency that gives food to hungry kids. It's the agency that was giving $2 million for sex changes in Guatemala.
Uh-huh. What's the Sesame Street?
$26 million or something for a Sesame Street play in Iraq.
Uh-huh.
$6 million for tourism in Lebanon, the terrorist capital of the world.
Pointless stuff.
Was it doing anything with World Aid?
No.
No.
That's what FEMA's for.
Shit, man, I don't got all the answers. Shit,
That's what they did. That's the game they've been playing with the media lately to try to make it look like we shut down foreign aid. No. They shut down discretionary spending that was being a slush fund. You think it was really going to $4 million from Moroccan pottery lessons?
Man.
Yeah. Oh, what you saying? Wait,
I don't got the.
Wait, hold on. Let me see if I got this. You mean they was just putting labels on it to masquerade where it was actually going, where the money was going at?
Yeah. You give money to one. It's like putting money through shell companies to funnel it back to somewhere else.
It comes right back for it.
The agency just looked like a giant money laundering scheme. Our politicians were just moving money around to get it back to themselves.
Yep. That's what I get it now.
That's why 97% of the agency was fired.
You know you were doing something wrong when they fired all those people.
I mean, it's been It's been 2 or 3 weeks. Not
going on 3 weeks Monday.
Going on.
Yeah. He's moving.
Merry Christmas, y'all. It's been Christmas every day with Donald Trump as president. It seems like, whether you like the president or not, you've been getting one.
Yeah.
Is just cry like little kids, and on top of that, spread blatant misinformation. Democrats have completely lost their mind a few days ago when Elon Musk and President Trump agreed that USAID needs to be shut down. So they rallied up in front of the Treasury yesterday and they claimed that there's a constitutional crisis because Elon Musk is seizing power from the American people. Literally, I heard constitutional crisis yesterday as many times as I've heard them say a threat to democracy in all 4 years. And on top of that, they keep propagating this lie that Democrats protest against Elon Musk's access to sensitive information. They really want the American people to believe that Elon Musk now has access to your social security information. But that's an absolute lie. This is the party that calls us spreading misinformation. U.S. Treasury says Elon Musk team has read-only access to payment data. Elon Musk isn't seizing power from the American people. He's making sure that the money that we already steal from the American people is actually going to be efficient, not going towards things like DEI programs or subsidizing drag queen performances in Colombia.
Oh yeah, that was another one.
When you're on the street rallying up a
Another
bunch of
couple
people
$1 million
that we
to
need to fight back, that sounds pretty insurrection-y. But I fully endorse it. Please continue doing this because I want to see this number in the 20s.
Yes, we most definitely want to see that number down into the 20s, which
would be nice.
Hey, it's getting pretty darn close. Okay, we're only a couple points away from the Democrat Party's favorable rating being in the 20s, and they are doubling down on what actually got them to this point, which is just kind of crazy to me. But it kind of is their only choice, really. This is the monster that they created. They created these monsters out here that are their voting base.
Nope.
They have no choice. They don't have any choice. Nope. As well as now the gravy train is being discovered and being cut off. So now they're screaming like a bunch of, I don't know, raving lunatics or something, because they realize it's the end. It's over. It's cooked. You know, a bunch of lies. And I played a video clip yesterday of Hakeem Jeffries just blatantly lying, live on camera, blatantly lying with a straight face. knowing that he's lying. And, you know, I think a lot of people are sick of it. A lot of people see through the BS. A lot of people have realized, even if they aren't staunch Republicans, they realize that the Democrat Party of today is not a party that anybody should be supporting. Okay, and I want to play this clip of this gentleman here by the name of Isaiah L. Carter. This video has gone absolutely viral. It has over 30 million views thus far. And I want to play it because I 100% agree with what he has to say here. The Democrat Party are scammers, liars, and they've always been liars. Check it out.
Everyone is calling this the new $1 billion stimulus program for Connecticut homeowners. It's a brand new solar energy.
This fucking political party, the Democratic Party, have lied to us about everything. They've lied about being the party of the middle class.
Facts.
They've lied about being the party of peace. They've lied about being the party of that wants to help poor people. Okay? What the last several weeks have proven to us all is that this is a cadre of criminals and losers and spoiled children of affluent parents who were more concerned about looking good than actually doing good. These are people who were more concerned about looking like they were doing something for the American people than actually doing things for the American people. And that's why I'm so angry. Because this party lied to me while stealing my tax dollars. The Democratic Party lied to us all while they brought in millions of illegal immigrants for their own political purposes for the last 4 years. 20 to 30 million illegal aliens brought in, and now we come to USAID being probably the largest money laundering operation in American history. Congratulations, Dems. You've outdone even Bernie Madoff. I'm disgusted beyond words. Disgusted with the waste of money. Disgusted with the waste, with the fraud. With the way that you people use color legitimacy, and the way you use black people as fucking mules to get us to push whatever fucking agenda you wanted to. The amount of division you used black people to sow upon the American people, you used us for that. And I will never, ever forgive this political party. The shit that I've gone through personally. Y'all were supposed to be the party of free speech, the party of women's rights. You have immolated all of those things. And then, as if enough weren't enough, you then decide that you're going to die on the hill of USAID, a government audit. You're trying to prevent a government audit because some of you really are trying to stay out of prison.
Yep.
We see the game now. Y'all been out here telling us that the game was rigged against certain people. Well, now we found out who the people that were rigging the game were. Congratulations. Y'all are never going to win another political race ever again. Not if I can help it.
Yep.
Once again, shout out to Isaiah L. Carter here. I'll post it on the screen.
Can you argue with anything he said?
I'm just scared of what else they're gonna find. You know?
He makes a lot of strong points there, Ian.
Well, what I'm thinking about it is when we're saying the Democratic Party.
Yep.
Are we saying like everybody in it?
No, he's saying the leaders, the people
are we
that are
saying
leading the
just
party.
like the big people?
The Joe Bidens, the Hakeem Jeffries, the Nancy Pelosi's, the people that are telling everybody how they're supposed to be living their lives.
So,
the Maxine Waters, the AOCs, the Pete Buttigieg's. He's not talking about your everyday run-of-the-mill voter that doesn't really pay attention and know what the hell's going on. He's talking about the actual people sitting in the seats, the Al Greens that are already rising to try to impeach this man already, 3 weeks in. That's who he's talking about.
So are we saying that every representative in there is bad?
Can you tell me one good representative? I can only name like a handful, and they just happen to be Republicans. I can't think of a single good Democrat right now that is sitting in that house that has any of my values. Not one.
So what do we want to see happen to the party?
I would like them to start caring about America, number one.
Okay.
Could they at least start there? Could that be at least one requirement of a major political party in this country, to actually care about the country they want to represent?
I mean,
is that a good starting point?
Yes,
how much time did Menendez just get? He just got 11 years.
11 years, yeah.
But he didn't, he didn't get any favors. He didn't get any gold. He's not guilty.
Guilty as something.
He guilty as something. I mean,
because if a Democrat got convicted in the D.C. court, he did something.
The way I see it is, I think if you're going to do this to the left, you got to do the same thing to the right.
Why? The right, it's already happened. It's already happened to them. The right has already gone through this realignment where they've gotten behind a certain amount of values. What are you talking about? You're talking about the right needs to be purged for what? Because they all are in lockstep about caring about this country and they have a vision of what they feel like they want this to go with? Remember, Donald Trump just won with the popular mandate through this country.
No, I get he won with the popular mandate. I'm just saying
there's almost a 60% favorability in the Republican Party, and it's a 30% in the Democratic Party. So why does there need to be something that clearly is going wrong in the Democrat Party, where the Republican Party, more people are starting to go in the same direction, where in the Democratic Party, they're starting to all hate that thing? So why does what happens in one, why purge the other one if they're already starting to get in line with their own views?
Because I find it hard to believe so it's clear as day there's corruption in the Democratic Party.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and also,
I find it hard to believe that there's none in the GOP.
But you understand they're auditing the entire government, not just
No, I
Democrats.
get that. I'm just saying, I find it hard to believe that there's no GOP representative or senator that got an illegal transaction somewhere.
Liz Cheney already got a pardon. Adam Kinzinger already got a pardon. A lot of these Republicans have already gotten kicked out of office. Mitch McConnell, I am sure, is dirty as hell. I'm sure Lindsey Graham, with all those, I'm sure is dirty as hell. Let's not get this twisted. I'm sure there's plenty of Republicans, but Elon Musk is not favoring in just going after Democrats. He's going where the money is leading him. All he's doing is following
So you're saying
the money.
he's going where the money is leading. It just so happens the money is leading to the Democratic Party.
Exactly. He's not looking for where the money. He's following the trail. Where the trail leads, it leads.
Okay.
You're not supposed to. He's not looking for the end source. He's following the path to the end. It just so happens at the end of this trail, it just seems to be Democrats popping up all over the place. There's a lot of Democrats that are screaming their heads off right now. And the Republicans are like, yeah, go ahead, keep looking. I see. I get where you were kind of going with that before, but you see what I mean now? It's not like he's, we want to look at Maxine Waters and we're going to follow backwards and see where this. No. They went into a department and followed where the payments were going.
I mean, I know. Regardless of party, I'm for getting corruption.
No. I want all of it gone.
Yeah.
If you're a corrupt Republican, you got to go.
Yeah. So
I don't care who that leads back to, even if it's somebody that I like. Hey, if you making mistakes, you got to go.
Fair enough. But it's just gonna be,
But how many years have we been screaming? We got to check the government's books. This should be audited. We should know where our money's going.
No, that's fair.
Now they're doing it, and they're just mad at the guy and now they're mad because the guy that's doing it just so happens to be Elon Musk.
I see what you're saying. I do. I see what you're saying.
It's not like we're going to ask the Democrats to look for corruption. They just had power for the past, 16 years out of the last 20? When you count 16 from Obama? Or 8 from Obama, rather? Sorry. 12 years. 12 out of 16. But you know what I mean.
I see what you're saying. I will say it's really interesting to see everything that's happening. I'm more looking at the social aspect and seeing how everybody's interacting with each other, what's happening, how everyone perceives the country to be or wants to see it. But no, I get it. Like I said, regardless of political party, you got to get the corrupt shit out.
No, but I'm saying, but see, I thought you were pretty much saying the Republican Party should be looked at for corruption too, but they are. Is that where you're going at before, where if they're doing it to the Democrats?
I just think anything in government at all should be looked at corruption. See, I don't give a crap what party
they shouldn't be exactly. They shouldn't be looking at one party or the other. They should just be following where the path goes.
Yeah,
So we're in agreement. We're not arguing.
No. I feel like, yeah, of course.
People are going to think we're arguing.
If there's a money trail, follow the money trail.
Where the trail leads, it leads.
Yeah, it's like evidence of a crime. You're following the evidence, wherever it goes.
That's what we're supposed to do with crimes. That's how we were brought up to follow crimes. I mean, it doesn't look like that for the past 4 years, but
I feel you. I mean,
it's starting to feel like it again.
It also gets to the point, man. If you got money, man, you got power.
Well, yeah,
and people who got money they ain't worried about prison.
No.
And which is why I kind of agree with Bernie Sanders. For the last probably what's 2025 now, probably for the last 50 years. If you rich and get rich, a guilty verdict, you ain't worried about it. You're really not worried about it.
No, not really.
You're better off rich and guilty than poor and innocent. Yeah, if you got money, rich people ain't worried about prison. Look at what happened with the college scam, with some of these celebrity moms who paid for their exam. Yeah. Who the hell has heard of a 2-week? At least who in the middle class or the lower classes who has heard of a 2-week federal bid for embezzlement or bribery? That don't happen in middle class areas.
Because
you see the rich people that if they do something intense, they get we're gonna lock you up for 2 weeks. That's a timeout to them. That's a timeout.
Would Martha get a few months for embezzlement?
See, Martha got a few months, but she didn't snitch. No, Martha did her time.
She did her time.
She did her 6 months.
But that was like a high security country club.
You know what I mean? It's Martha Stewart. You know she knows some dirty people in the industry. It's Martha Stewart.
She kept her mouth shut.
Martha just kept her mouth shut in their 6 months. But exactly, Martha Stewart, rich. They gonna give Martha Stewart 10 years? No.
Yeah. But if you would have been caught embezzling?
Oh, I'm doing if a rich person says, I'm not paying taxes for 5 years, depending on how what the tax bracket of the celebrity is, they get a little slap on the hand or they getting a little fine. If I told the government I'm not paying state or federal taxes for 5 years, they throwing my ass in prison.
Probably.
I'm more likely to face prison time than a celebrity.
Because you can't afford the...
Because I can't afford the lawyer.
Exactly.
Even though we did the same crime.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that
Just
something?
because I can't afford the same type of lawyer, we did the same crime, but I gotta go away for longer. To me, like big companies like Johnson and Johnson, or these big companies like that, when it finds out that they were doing something illegal, all they gotta do is pay like a couple $1 million fine.
Yeah, they pay a fine.
No one goes to prison.
Yeah.
But if I were to try to bribe a cop,
you go to prison.
I'm like,
I see.
The shit ain't right.
No, the penalty should be.
It should be the same thing.
Well, equivalent to the crime.
Equivalent to the crime. Yeah.
So, what do you think? Should governments be funding media?
Should governments be funding media?
Yeah.
Well, the government shouldn't have any control over like CBS or like ABC or major networks like that. Technically, that's a private company. So then if you messing up your money, your own company goes bankrupt over your own bullshit.
They were doing that through USAID.
Oh, I mean, to me personally, I think the United States government got bought out years ago by like large corporations, which is why me and you have both agreed I hate lobbyists.
I can't stand lobbyists.
I hate big money lobbyists.
Like, I understand being able to, the whole spirit of lobbying, but there shouldn't be money.
But if you're pumping in millions of dollars to say, hey, I just gave you millions of dollars, you better vote this way on. You better say yes.
You and me
bill.
going to Capitol Hill to lobby is a lot different than big tobacco going to lobby.
Yeah, to me, that's bribery. At that point, it's bribery.
That's exactly what it is.
It's illegal to bribe a cop, but it's not illegal for these lobbyists to tell of companies to tell a senator or a House of Representatives to vote a certain way on a bill. That's not illegal.
Because they say it's not illegal because, look, I'm not giving it to you directly, but I'm going to give it to your fund. So what if you didn't bribe the cop directly? Be like, hey, I'm just going to donate to your kid's college.
Yeah. So okay. So if you donate to the kids' college, I get to go home then.
Right?
That's the same thing.
That's what it should be.
To me, that's the same thing.
Essentially, yes.
But I do understand people's issues with the left. I do get it.
Well, the Democrats used to be for the working guy.
And I think with this election, y'all messed up with that. Yeah. It's clearly you were pertaining to like how much money can we get the big donors to raise? Because like I've been saying, you raised $2.5 billion, your ass shouldn't have lost. It's like if I own a sports team, if I'm giving you a max contract, I want a playoff attend. I want deep playoffs. I want finals. I want a ring.
You might not win the championship, but you better give me a chance.
I want you at the NBA finals. Just to say you played in the NBA finals.
Or at least the Eastern Conference
finals. That's what I'm saying.
Or Western Conference, depending on where your team is.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm not paying you big money for you to lose.
Yeah, I'm not paying you $30 million a year to be like, well, that was a good season.
Yeah, no. I want results.
We missed the postseason by 3 games, motherfucker.
Like, I want results.
So you guys can see, Isaiah L. Carter is this gentleman on X. Hold on. We don't want to play that again. So yeah, you can find him there. Pause the video if you need to. All right. Shout out to the brother. Because I 1000% agree. If you really stop and think about this for a second, what is wrong with transparency? Why are Democrats so angry with Elon Musk releasing the information as it pertains to where our tax dollars have been going? Why are Democrats so angry about that?
Exactly.
Think about that for a second. Why would they be angry about that? And you notice whenever they talk about Elon Musk in USAID, they never mention the amounts of money that have been going to these other places. They never talk about that. It's always about something else. Elon Musk is trying to steal your money. Elon Musk is the richest person on this fucking planet.
You don't need our money.
Like, I don't know, $200-300 billion. Do you think Elon Musk wants to steal a couple $1,000?
When you look at it that way, So I get the upsetness. Okay, I do get the upsetness. So when you're looking at it that way, Elon Musk, before he got in this bitch, he already had $1 billion. All right,
Come $100 billion.
The man already got money. I think it's just when you tell somebody that, if it's like, for example, if none of you knew Vito, and all of a sudden it was announced tomorrow, Vito's in charge of the Treasury of Florida, you're gonna be like, who the hell's Vito? Why he getting access to the Treasury of state of Florida?
I agree with you on that, but Trump ran for months saying exactly what Elon was going to do if you voted for him. You see my point?
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
yeah,
If I showed up tomorrow, it's not like Trump won the election. And then
Okay, I see what you're saying. He been
by the
saying-
way, I'm throwing Elon in to do it. He ran for months saying exactly what he was going to do.
No, he did. He did. He said his policies, and he says what the ideas that he was going to do and all that.
That'd be
throughout
like
all these months.
That'd be like us setting you doing the show and be like, "This is Vito. He's going to be doing the show eventually. We're going to be doing this," and then I took over.
And it was a lot. It's a long list.
I see what
and
you're
and he
I had a bad comparison.
So far,
I got a bad comparison. My bad, y'all. My
so
bad. I had a
far,
bad example.
He's doing it.
See, I would completely agree with you if that's exactly what happened. If this happened like that, if he got elected.
But I think for some people,
they take it like that.
That's how they're taking it.
That's exactly how they're taking it.
Which is why, for me, like, if I'm gonna be,
but you see, it's nobody on the right that's taking it that way.
Yeah, see,
it's all the Democrats that are flipping out and freaking out like that.
This is why, like, it's getting to the point where I had this thought the other day. If you're the president of the United States, regardless of what party, you don't really, in a way, you don't have freedom of speech. In a way, you don't.
Because it depends on how you say things.
Because it don't matter whether it's Obama, whether it's been Trump, who it is in the future, the president doesn't really have freedom of speech.
Well, he does.
He legally they do. Optic wise, you don't. Because when you're a leader of a country, regardless of the country, I should say this, people are gonna look at what you said, how you said it, the time of day you said it, who you said it to. What was your body behavior? Of how you said it, and whether it's cold outside when you said it.
You're right and you're wrong, because if a guy says something and everybody agrees with how he said it and what was said, he's fine.
Okay,
you see what I mean?
Okay.
So what you might deem as presidential this second, you see somebody say something a certain way,
and
I agree with that.
And see, that's also, I think, another disconnect. What I think is presidential may be immoral to somebody else, and then what you think is morally justified, someone else thinks is like, oh no, you just the worst thing possible.
Exactly.
You have 330 million people in the United States. You got 330 million different opinions.
You're not going to agree on that.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
And when you expecting everybody to agree on this or to agree on, like, you want collectivistic agreements on something. Honestly, some things you might get collectivist opinion about, and then on some things you're gonna get a million different opinions about it.
Because like right now, almost 70% of the Democratic Party hates it. Wouldn't that be a collectivist agreement?
I mean,
I'm just putting you on the spot.
No, I mean, like, to me, the Democratic Party got to check itself, only because as much as y'all are firing against Trump and back, which strategically you're the Democratic Party, you're supposed to campaign against him. That's your freaking job.
I get that, but at certain times, shouldn't you just read the room? Even Democrats are like, yeah, we should know where our money's going.
You should know where your money's going. I agree with that, but it's like everybody was riding hard with Biden until he had the bad performance. Then everybody pulled the freaking fire alarm and ran.
Yeah, yep.
As soon as you saw the man struggle for a little hot second, you were like, he's too old. Everybody was vibing with him.
Remember Joe Scarborough? This is the best version of Biden.
Yeah, everybody was. And then the minute they saw him freeze up, they're like, get him out.
We need a new candidate.
Yeah, get him out. And I guarantee you, if something happened with Trump like that, the same stuff would happen. So there's going to be some people who still vibe with Trump.
But you see, the difference is you wouldn't have people all over the place after seeing something like that saying, he's good, he's fine.
Like, look, Mitch McConnell. Dude froze like 6 times in 2 weeks.
But look at people on the right actually calling him out and saying he should step down.
Yeah, Mitch, I don't even know why Mitch is still there.
Speech after speech after speech of Biden. True, a shout under pressure. Yay!
New vocabulary, yay.
Listen, dude, I had concerns. I ain't gonna lie, I had concerns.
If Trump would have said true, a shout under pressure, do you think his people would have been like, what the fuck did he just say? Yep. Yeah, people would be like, yeah, he said Batacalf care.
Batacalf. That's funny.
I don't know, man. It's just it's some wild times out here, man.
When I swear to God, the deep state, as soon as they saw them cheering at True, a shout under pressure, they looked at themselves. We can do anything,
bro. Like, but it's like, but you know, there's I encourage y'all, and I know it's a TV show. I know it's a freaking TV show.
The House of Cards.
Watch House of Cards or watch The Blacklist.
Oh yeah.
You don't get me. I get it, and I get it's a TV show. And I'm not trying to make anybody go down a rabbit hole or nothing. But you shouldn't be judged for just asking questions about your own country.
No.
You shouldn't be called un-American for asking questions about your own country.
But there are people that are.
And that's crazy. It's getting to the point. Y'all call white people racist because they ask questions.
Yep.
If they just generally asking questions, how else you gonna find the answer to something unless you ask a question? If you don't ask a question, you don't get the answer, then you look stupid.
Usually people that are afraid of questions being asked are afraid of the answer that they're going to receive. You know what I mean?
And a lot of y'all is y'all scared to get uncomfortable in the conversation.
Sometimes those uncomfortable conversations have to happen.
Bro, the amount of time Vito put me on the spot, I'm like, bro, I ain't got an answer for you. like I'm not mad at your question. I don't got an answer for you. And it's, you know what? That should be okay. Admit it. Be like, I don't got the answer right now. I got to go figure it out.
It's okay.
I don't got the answer right now.
That is okay.
Out of somebody's bank account, like, come on, stop it with the bullshit. Stop it. Like that would make a lot more sense if this was somebody like, I don't know, just name your politician, right? Just some regular politician that was going in there doing this. Somebody who's not worth almost going. I mean, Elon Musk might be the first trillionaire on this planet. Who knows, right? That would make sense if it wasn't someone that wasn't worth over $200 billion. That would make a lot of sense. You give me a cause to pause, but Elon Musk really stealing money from regular citizens when he's worth almost $300 billion, if not more than $300 billion.
I can understand that. I can understand
just pay attention to what these Democrats say and what they don't say, because that's how they lie. They lie by omission. Yep. Okay, they'll tell you part of the truth, but not the whole truth, yep. And and they'll say it in such a way that it'll completely flip the story because they left out this big chunk over here, so it makes it seem like.
Do you think that's lying?
It's lying by omission.
But do you think not saying something is lying? To me, I don't think that's lying.
Well, if it's part of the story.
Yeah, like it's not answering truthfully if you didn't tell the whole story, if you know the whole story.
Exactly.
So put it this way, if you want to stand, right?
You're misleading.
But if you want to stand, if you try to prevent yourself from going to prison,
how about
this? Are you going to tell the whole truth?
How about
You're
this?
supposed to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth to help
you are.
How about this? If you're telling a part of the story and then there's the person that's listening to it, they're like, they have questions. They're like, why this doesn't make sense? That's because they're not mentioning the whole story. They're leaving something out.
So let me ask you this: if someone asked me, okay, all right, if I leave the house, okay, and I go see my boy, I go to the store, and I go like do something I'm not supposed to be doing. All right, I'm fucking messing around with another chick I'm not supposed to be messing around with. I come home and my girl asked me, where did you go? And I said, I went to see my friend and I went to the store and came back, and then I came back home.
Yeah, you lied.
Did I lie?
Yeah, you lied.
Yeah.
Yeah, you lied.
You lied.
That's 100% a lie.
Yeah.
Okay, so, all right. So now let me switch it. If I... Fuck, this planned out better in my... This sounded better in my head, fuck.
Especially because you were cheating on your girl. Of course you didn't tell her you were going to... Just because you didn't tell her you went to go hang out with the chick doesn't mean you're not lying.
Damn, I had this question set up perfectly like a week ago, and waiting for a time to use it. Damn, Vito, I had it set up in my head. It sounded good, y'all. This is not me condoning like foolishness. I had this hypothetical set up in my setup like a week ago, and I've been waiting all week to use this. Damn,
Ian. That's a.
Damn. I gotta come back to y'all. I messed up on my.
That's a big lie.
Yeah, because then it's a lie.
He's gonna weave back to it.
Okay, let me ask this,
dude. If I was just going to hang out with you, met a chick and came back to see Liz, and she's like, "Where'd you go?" I hang out with my friends. Of course, I would be lying to her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nah, the way I had it set up worked better.
You see when you put people actually there?
Yeah, no. Okay, nah. Okay. I was trying to... Yeah, bad hypothetical. Sorry, y'all. I thought I was onto some good shit.
Okay.
I thought I was on some good shit. I'm not... Dang.
It's funny, though.
Yeah. I'll come back to you.
You weave back to us.
I'll come back to you.
On a serious note, you found out that you actually had a twin that died at birth and your parents never told you because they didn't want you to know. Were they lying to you the entire time?
So if I found out
Here we go.
and they never told me,
yeah.
Technically, no, because you never mentioned it. You have to mention it, and the mention that you have to had said has to be incorrect. If I'm 29 now, and I found out I had a twin, and my parents never told me I had a twin.
If you had never asked in your entire life,
I'm
how come I'm an
sorry.
only child?
Well, that's different.
No, it's not. Because you have a sibling. They just didn't tell you what happened.
Well, no, Well, if they never... No, it's different. That's different. So if I want to say, yo, mom and dad, how come I'm the only child? They could just say, we only...
So what about the people that adopt a kid and never tell them they were adopted? Are they lying to them?
Well, if the kid asks, are you adopted?
So why do the kid always feel betrayed when they find out 20 years after they've been never told?
If you're never told something, you can't be lied to.
But if you come across the paperwork and you find out...
That's different. If you come across it.
That's why I asked you and you said no. You came across your dead sibling.
Oh, okay.
And you said no. They never told me.
Okay, you got me. You got me there. Vito, you got me. You got me on that one, man. You got me on that one. Okay, you got me there. Oh, it's all good, fam. It's all good. Okay.
Yeah, this finishes it.
Oh, man.
But not the whole truth. And they'll say it in such a way that it'll completely flip the story because they left out this big chunk over here. So it makes it seem like, these are the good guys. But in reality, if they told you the whole story, you'll realize these people are full of shit. Okay?
Yep.
And that's one of the things that I've
Do you think there's a difference between lying and being full of shit? I think you can lie and not be full of shit. Well,
because then how can you make an educated guess about something or make an actual diagnosis of a situation if you're not given the full information of the situation?
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
How you gonna make a conclusion without? Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Remember what
That's
I said.
fair point.
Remember what I said. If a person sits there and is questioning, oh, this doesn't make sense, they're missing something. The other person, yeah.
Okay.
Like, how are you gonna make a chocolate cake if you don't put chocolate in it?
Fair point. Okay. Fair point.
Like, you could try and make it a bunch of different ways.
But it's not gonna taste like no chocolate. I feel you. Vito. Okay. All right.
To learn on this journey of discovering the truth, okay, is that the Democrat Party, they're full of liars, and they point and accuse the other side of exactly what they're doing. When Hakeem Jeffries stood on TV and said that they, meaning the Republican Party and Elon, are trying to steal your money, he meant that the Democrat Party has been stealing our money. And that is one of the things that Elon and the crew have been releasing. These folks enrich themselves through...
Or what if you have, like, subliminally? So if you got the top DNC people, right? Mm-hmm. What if you got somebody who's, like, subliminally telling you, yo, the DNC is stealing your money? What if that's their way of whistleblowing?
That's what's happening right now.
No, but what I'm saying is it'd be like if a top Democrat is trying to tell you the party that they're in, like, yes, I'm a Democrat, but like, y'all look at the party, like, y'all need to be aware of what you're supporting.
That's terrible. You should be able to, if you're a top Democrat, denounce the party.
Yo, my examples ain't hitting today.
No,
nah, I need to stop. I need to stop.
Jeff Van Drew, who didn't like the way the party was going, switched parties.
I'm sorry, y'all. My examples, my hypotheticals ain't hitting today. Nah, I'm sorry.
A for effort, Ian.
I'm trying. I try. You know, engage with the people. You know, engage. Before y'all freak out, oh, Ian's spreading misinformation. Nah, I'm asking questions. I'm giving hypotheticals.
Questions are good.
Yeah, I'm asking questions.
Crew have been releasing. These folks enrich themselves through stuff like this, I believe. And I want to play this little video. I'm not going to play the audio.
Well, yeah, they got
I'm sure the audio in this clip is...
You got to move them.
It's
called embezzling for a reason.
Yeah.
You don't want to move you don't loudly move the money.
See that? This is what USAID was spending money. Yeah, $20 million for a Sesame Street show in Iraq.
Sesame Street.
Here are a few of the ridiculous projects on which you spend $7.9 million on Sri Lanka journalists how to avoid binary gendered language. $20 million for a new Sesame Street show in Iraq. $4.5+ million to combat disinformation in Kazakhstan. $1.5 million for art of inclusion of people. Art of inclusion of people with
art for
inclusion.
Of people.
How much are we demonizing now? Art for inclusion of people with disabilities.
It's not to help people with disabilities. It's for the art for them.
Yeah, art for inclusion. What am I missing out on right now?
It's like stuff that you would put on your wall. The art.
So pictures. This is how they're. So to my understanding is this is what they're labeling it as.
Yeah,
but that might not necessarily be where the money's going.
That's not what they're getting.
Yeah. So my question would be, what's that? That's
embezzlement.
No, that'd be money embezzlement.
Laundering.
Yeah,
money laundering.
Yeah. So if you got 7.9, you got 20. You got what, 4.5?
Yep.
You got 1.5?
Yep.
You got 2, and then I was at 6? That's $41.9 million.
That's just a little snippet.
That's just a little, yeah, of course. Oh, yo, this is...
USAID oversaw $50 billion.
So this is like $40.
Yeah. They oversaw $50 billion.
So this is like, in that magnitude, this is $40.
Yeah.
Yeah, $41.9 million.
Do you think that we could have sent $49 million to Maui?
Yeah,
What about North Carolina? You think they could have used the $49 million?
She didn't even California.
Exactly.
I was going to say Palestine. You think they could use $49 million?
Yeah. I know.
The sex change
Activism
in Guatemala, like
why are we paying for this?
we don't get anything from this, for one.
Huh.
Show y'all this. So this is where some of the money. Shout out to Rapid
It's
Response.
just a
47.
few responses.
USAID has been completely
I've seen a lot
unaccountable
more.
for decades, run by bureaucrats with agendas who believe they answered to nobody. Here are a few more of the ridiculous projects on which they spent your money. $7.9 million to teach Sri Lankan journalists how to avoid binary gender
I don't even
language.
know where Sri Lanka
We
is.
paid $8 million for that. In Sri Lanka. $20 million for a new Sesame Street show in Iraq. Why are we paying for a Sesame Street show in Iraq? Why are we paying for that? 20 M's. $4.5 million plus to combat disinformation in Kazakhstan. Why the fuck do I care about what's going on in Kazakhstan?
He's got a point.
Hold on. We ain't done yet. 1.5 M's for art for inclusion of people with disabilities. Really? $2 million for sex changes and LGBT activism in Guatemala. 2 M's. Hold on, let me play the video so we can get some scrolling going here. Hold on. Mute that.
Oh shit, the list was bigger than that.
So $6 million to transform digital spaces to reflect feminist democratic principles.
The British
2.1
Broadcasting
million
Company
to help the BBC value the diversity of Libyan society. $10 million worth of USAID. I can't even talk anymore. This stuff is so crazy. USAID funded meals, which went to
Al Qaeda,
an Al Qaeda linked terrorist group. $10 million to an Al Qaeda linked terrorist group. 10 M's. 25 M's for I don't even know how to pronounce that. Doilet. For Doilet to promote green transportation in the country of Georgia.
$6 million for tourism Egypt. What the fuck does Egypt need help for? They have the Great Pyramids. $2.5 million to promote inclusion in Vietnam.
I mean, I get it.
$16.8 million for a separate inclusion group.
Yeah. I mean,
25 M's, 6 million for tourism in Egypt. Why are we paying for tourism in Egypt? Why? Why do I need to be paying for that?
Nah, it's fair.
2.5 M's to promote inclusion in Vietnam.
Wait, no, we're almost done.
You gotta be kidding me, bro. Like this can't be. Like, this
Whoa.
6.8 million for a separate.
Yeah, it goes on. It goes on and on, bro.
5 million to EcoHealth Alliance, one of the key NGOs funding the bat virus research at the Wuhan lab. 20 million for a group related to a key player in the Russiagate impeachment hoax. 1.1 million to an Armenian LGBT group. $1 million to an Armenian group. Nah, my goodness. 1.2 M's to help the African Methodist Episcopal Church service. 1.3 million to Arab and Jewish photographers. What? Why am I paying photographers, bro? Why? And listen, like this money is going all over the place. Where is my check?
Okay, John.
Like this list goes on. Like, where is my check? It seems like everybody is getting paid except me. Where's my check?
I get it. I mean, I get it.
We also discovered that I believe it was Politico that was also receiving some funding from
Politico.
USAID.
Major political
if all we had to
publication
do was put in a request for payment, like hold on, let me go to the US.
They were purchasing the Political Pro, which is like $13,000 per prescription a year.
Jeez. Okay, so there's some questions to be answered. Yeah.
Say the website real quick. Hold on. I'm about to put in my request right now. You know what I'm saying? Okay. 2.5 million. No, matter of fact, give me 25 million. You know what I'm saying? Like, because allegedly they hadn't been denying any request for any type of funding.
That's crazy.
Crazy, right? But I guarantee you, if I had put in a request for funding, that would get denied instantly. Or I'd be arrested, of course, because I don't fit the agenda. Anyway, absolutely ridiculous.
We should put a request to study the funding of twisting a cap off a bottle.
Anything like this, I really don't. I think
they'll probably fund it.
Vito, stop.
People like myself and others, like you all, are done with the Democrat Party, as well as our brother Isaiah Carter.
This is crazy, man.
It's over. Thanks for tuning in. Peace and love. I'm out.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions to be answered. There is. We're going to see where this leads to, too.
And there's a lot of people that are mad at the guy that's going after the answers. If he's giving us the answers, why are you mad? Yeah. What is he looking for that you're upset about? Not you, I'm saying.
No, I feel you. Only way to find things out is to ask questions. So,
like, how are you supposed to audit the government if you don't look at the numbers?
That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
Just like they're screaming that he's going to be going to the Pentagon next. How are you supposed to see what they're spending on defense if you don't look at what they're spending on defense?
Yeah, that's it. No, that's a fair point. It's a fair point. Man. My hypotheticals were wild today, man.
I didn't mean to destroy him that badly.
Yeah, listen. Hey, man, if it don't work, if it don't work, it don't work.
Exactly.
But guys,
don't worry. One day you'll get me.
One day I'll get you, Vito. One day.
That day's just not too good.
But I hope you guys enjoyed the open discussion, some good laughs, and just share your opinions. Let us know what you think, how you feeling, and yeah.
Hope you guys had some fun today. Thanks for stopping and spending some time with us.
Yeah, hope y'all enjoyed this. Like, comment, subscribe, let us know what to do, my peoples.
Hit that notification bell, give it a share, because it does help the channel out.
Please, and thank you, everybody.
See you in the next one.
Love y'all.
Peace.
Bye.